Vampire. Let's go, baby. It's prime time. 99 Alex Stein, and we are going to grind and shine tonight. It's our inaugural Rokfin stream. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Prime time 99. And guess what time it is? It's prime time. You know what time it is. Check your watch. Check your phone. You can check it. You can see what time it is. I don't have to tell you because you already know what time it is. It's the best time. When you're with 99, you know it's gonna grind and shine, and you know I'm about to blow your mind, so you know you're happy. You unplug from the matrix. Let's go, baby. Rokfin 9 watching on Rokfin. Let's go, baby. Take a good look at this place. There is no room for intolerance of another race. We not care if you black, white, red, or if you brown. If you live around here or if you come from out of town, we down with you. If you down with us, or we can just slap. The system is a vampire. The system is a vampire. It's trying to suck your soul. It's trying to make you feel like you don't have a soul. We're going to unplug from the matrix. We're going to dial into that soul because you are a spiritual being, my guy. Ba-da-da. Play them drums, dog. I'm playing them drums, dog. I'm playing the bongos on that. Da-da. 99. Number 99. Always on the grind. Always got to shine. Yes, you know this. I'm a beast in the Texas Northeast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Conspiracy Council. I'm your conspiracy asshole, and it's 9:51 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're a little early tonight and a 10 p.m. start time because you know why, guys? We are making our debut inaugural stream on Rokfin. That's right. Let me pull it up on Rokfin right now and show you guys what it looks like. This is so awesome. We're seeing the transition to the future. We have 10 people watching. Not too shabby. The first time I streamed on YouTube, the first 1 minute or 2 minutes, I didn't have 10 people watching. I know that. So it's awesome. I'm really, 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 really excited for the opportunity in the future for the Conspiracy Castle on Rokfin because not only am I on there, but there's a lot of other broadcasters that broadcast this sort of, restricted content or adult content or, whatever you want to call it. And so it's an awesome place that people that I want to strive to be are on here. And it looks like they're having some success, so they're transitioning their Patreons to this, and I don't want to keep on looking to the hyper vortex of this, but 11 people watching. Thanks, all 11 of you guys. And I'll put the link in the chat, so if you guys want to see, if you guys want to check out the Rokfin link. Rokfin link. But guys, we are grinding and shining. I don't mean to be redundant. I apologize. Let me get a little bit back on track. We have some news we have to read. Ridiculous stories tonight. Absolutely ridiculous. I was looking at it. I was just reading the news earlier. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to check this one. I'm going to check this one. I'm going to check this one. So, we're grinding and shining. I know I say that every night, but we're here almost every single night. So for the people that are watching on Rokfin, if you're new to the Conspiracy Castle, we like to broadcast every day, at least a show, trying to show you guys, try to unplug from the matrix. That's really kind of what this show is all about. It's a mix of, it's a comedy show, but the world is so messed up that, we have to laugh before we cry. I hate to say it like that because I don't want to be a doom and gloom show because so many shows in the conspiracy world are doom and gloom and they bring you in that negative state or that low vibrational state. And that low vibrational state is just so It's terrible. And then you get on here and you sound melancholy, like, oh, it's good, but it's also bad. I don't want to do that either. I just want to mock the absurdity that they use to mock us. And we can actually use the energy that they use and they suck from us. Theoretical. I'm serious. Follow me. When the powers that be, the social engineers that rule the world, when we are in a negative state, when we're all scared about this, oh, we're so scared, they feed off that negative vibrational energy. So there's a way where we can tap into their negative. So when we feel positive, it makes their battery, takes away power from their battery. Do you see how it's a transfer of energy? So when we're negative, they're sucking our energy. And then when we're positive, we start sucking theirs. So we choose to be positive, and that's what this channel is going to do. And that's what the show's going to do here at the Conspiracy Castle. We don't have any other choice but to be positive because the outlook is too grim any other way. So it's the Primetime 99 Alex Stein Show. We got a lot to learn. We do a lot of interviews. And this show it's a multimedia broadcast. We like to go on the street. We like to get those Nikes and the suit combination looking good. And here, once we take the second half of this show to YouTube, to Rokfin, you know what I mean? We'll be able to get in a little deeper of some of the stuff I've done. We can show it on Instagram. So that will be really exciting. So for the people that aren't members of Rokfin, definitely consider it. It's a new platform. You can, speak openly. And but listen, I love YouTube at the same time. They're just, the censorship's hard. And I'm going to keep a show here on YouTube every night. I mean, I'm just going to do an exclusive Saturday show, I believe, on Rokfin. So, I'm just trying to do a little bit of both. And, it gives me an opportunity to speak freely without worry. So you get to see a little bit of a different show. Yes. And we're still live on the YouTube. So for the people, if you're watching on Rokfin, you're like, what are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, I see we're on Twitch. Let's raid. What's up, Dark Knight 8016? Let's go. Can we raid? What does that mean, raid? What is that? I don't know what Twitch means, raid, but I don't know. You can come in my room. That's cool. That'd be cool if you did. And people watch the show. But let's get a little bit back on track. We got to pull up, what did Dave send? I got a little message. Okay. Okay. All right. Got an email from Dr. Lorraine Day. Looks like we'll be having her on maybe this Saturday. That might be for the inaugural Saturday night show. That might be a good way to start it off. I mean, talk about hardcore, but rating means when you end the stream, all your viewers will instantly transfer over to another stream, so they get a huge boost in viewers. So I know, but why? Okay, well, I only have like 4 viewers on Twitch, right? That's a rate of personal. I don't even know. Is that some bot on Twitch? I have no idea. But I'm happy there's people watching on Twitch. We're live on Twitch. We're live on a bunch of stuff, but we're going to take the second half. We're going to be exclusively on Rokfin. So if you guys want to see the second half of the show, we're going to dive a little deeper into some topics. But I'm happy that we're streaming everywhere, and it looks like the stream, like I said, it's working. I can't believe it. I'm so happy. Look at Teresa, John Crawford, Teresa Andrew, laughter at the bump munchers is the best medicine. They're funny as well, All right, look at that. Dave Hinkle, Kyle B, Teresa, yes, Terrestrial K, Terrestrial Mac. You guys are crushing it. Okay, let's get back to the task at hand. Let me pull up the articles that I wanted to bring up, and I also wanted to do this. When I was looking at the news, we read it. It's the trauma-based mind control. It's it's the negative. They want to steal our loosh. Our looshes are good vibrational energy. Sorry about that. Let me do this. Let's see now if we can get to Daily Mail. We're getting on the grind and shine. Primetime 99 is excited. I'm very excited. Okay. This is really intense. Look at this. Moment Louisville diner pulls handgun on armed BLM protesters after they surround upmarket restaurant during Kentucky Derby demonstration for Breonna Taylor. Moment Oh, all these articles are just disgusting. Sorry. It just looks like the screen is just overtaken. Sorry. Moment Louisville diner pulls handgun on armed BLM protesters after they surrounded Upmarket restaurant during Kentucky Derby demonstration. The unidentified man is thought to have been eating at Upmarket La Chase on Saturday night when he confronted the group of around 50 people. Wait, somebody said they've been watching Amberlynn videos. Yeah, I know, Jason. You guys are all going to get addicted to Amberlynn videos. They're insane. I got addicted to her when I was on a diet, and I hate her. I don't watch it every day. You can't. If you get in one of those, when I first found her, I kind of binge watched her because I was just trying to find out who she was. But you got to go check in with her because she's so hypocritical. When you have a 500-pound girl talking about weight loss, it is awesome. It is funnier than I can ever be because that's what I do is I point out hypocrisy. So it's like I'm a conspiracy theorist. When I see Amberlynn saying that she's on a diet while eating Burger King, it's like the most obvious, blatant hypocrisy that you can ever see put in front of you. And not only does she do it, she justifies it. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful for anybody that really likes this, like Curb Your Enthusiasm, some sort of awkward moment type, a situational comedy. All freaking day with Amberlynn. She's the queen of comedy. Okay, well, this is just some, diner pulling out a gun on some people. Look at this. Look at this. Everybody's like, get back, get back. I mean, this is probably some sort of... Look at their face mask pointing. This is what's going on. Look at that. Look at his little pistol. He looks like a prostitute. Look at that. His little prostitute. That's what he uses for when he does sex work at night. This has to be fake or something. This is ridiculous. What is going on? They're just chilling. Wow. That is so weird. No, it looks like she was on his side trying to help them out. I don't know. Smiley, the LMPD spokesperson, said a restaurant worker described multiple armed protesters entered the restaurant property, which included outdoor dining space. During the encounter, both patrons and protesters brandished firearms. Smiley said the incident occurred after the arrest of southbound protesters in the area on the 1500 block of Bardstown Road. The arrests of that group were made after protesters repeatedly blocked the roadway, despite officers giving multiple verbal requests for them to utilize the sidewalk. A reporter for the Louisville Courier-Journal also confirmed a few protesters were armed, adding, "It was a very tense few minutes." DailyMail.com has contacted Louisville Metro Police for comment. The Justice Department announced last month that it is opening a sweeping probe into policing in Louisville, Kentucky over the March 2020 death of Breonna Taylor. Taylor was shot to death by police during a raid at her home. A 26-year-old Taylor, an emergency medical technician who'd been studying to become a nurse, was roused from her bed by police who came to the door using a battering ram. Her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, fired once. He was also a suspected drug dealer. Wait, I would grind it? Let's see. What did I see in the chat? It stinks. I can't get the Rokfin chat to go through the Restream chat. Not yet. I'll figure out a way to do it, but I don't know how to do it. This is the first inaugural Restream, so I'm not checking the Restream. Let me put this in. There we go. And I'll do like that, and then I can see both. Let's go. Where's the chat? Sorry, doing a little housekeeping. Okay, wait, this isn't the article. There's some ridiculous articles. Hold on. Let's go. I mean, this is it's the article about inflation is the first one. I know, inflation. What do you want to talk about inflation? But this article for me is just, I think it's a really, I think it's a shocking sign of what could be on the very, near horizon. So yeah, it's all the way down here. This is what I wanted to read though. The inflation article first. This is interesting. Kim Kardashian denies stealing some sort of $750,000 ancient sculpture. I mean, we'll get into it, but this is really weird. Bill Gates. The love Bill Gates never forgot. Microsoft boss spent long weekends at the beach alone with his ex-girlfriend, Ann Winblad, every year in bizarre arrangement with wife Melinda. That's weird, but we'll get into that. Hold on. This is what I want to get into first. This article, I'm like, oh no, this is meant to scare us, but I don't know if, okay, and this is an incredible article. We're going to go through this. Florida teen faces 16 years in jail after being charged as an adult for hacking homecoming queen contest with her assistant principal mom and casting hundreds of fake votes to win. So she cheated. They're both facing federal prison, it looks like. They're both facing jail time for cheating in a high school homecoming pageant, homecoming election. But where's the inflation? Inflation life. I know, all these, I can't believe it got pushed all the way to the bottom. This is when it gets pushed to the bottom, that means they don't want you to read it. Wow, I love this. Little People, Big Splash. Bride to be Amy Roloff enjoys bachelorette party at Palm Springs. I'm happy Amy Roloff found love. We're going to get into that, too. I love Amy Roloff. Little People, Big World. You guys are going to learn about... Okay, let me just do this. Daily Mail inflation. This is it. Look at this. This was it. Last night I didn't see it. Look how scary this is. Now, I'm not trying to scare you guys because we're going to get into some stuff. We're going to joke and laugh. But look at this indication. And while I'm at it, we got $1,670.05. If you want to donate, you can go to conspiracycastle.live. We got a lot of money, I know. It does make you feel like you don't want to donate when you see that big number there. I get it. But okay, let me go back to what I was saying. U.S. economy is growing quickly but flashing an inflation warning sign. Prices of goods we use every day are rising at their fastest pace in 3 years, with coffee up 8%, bread up 11%, and gasoline up 22%. Measures of inflation, or the prices... I'm burping like crazy. Measures of inflation, or the prices of goods and services that we all pay, are rising much more quickly than economic experts like to see. Many signs of inflation are already here, with the prices of groceries, household items, gas and electricity, for example, all surging over the last year. The average price of coffee is now up nearly 8% compared to last year, while the price of bread is up 11%. 10%, that's more than 10th of it, dog. The price of raw materials such as steel, lumber, and cotton that are used to make everything have also been surging. Companies have already said that they will be passing on higher costs of those raw materials onto consumers. So right now, wood is at an all-time high. Wood has never been more expensive than it is right now. So that is just an indicator, a red flag of the future. So what's going to happen is a Big Mac already, I go to Burger King because they have the Impossible Whopper. I don't eat meat. I know I'm a bitch ass, whatever, but I go there sometimes because it tastes basically the same thing. What I'm saying is, even the cheapest meal at any fast food restaurant, if it's the number one at any fast food restaurant, whether it's KFC, whether it's whatever, it's Whataburger, if it's the number one, that's usually like a basic meal at that restaurant, or their signature meal. If it's a Cane's, it's like a 3-piece combo. I know this stuff. I know fast food like the back of my hand. What I'm saying, that combination, no matter what, with tax, they want that price point to be as close to $10 without going over. Nowadays, a lot of those price points for the introductory meal, without options, without cheese, without extra sauces, without a combo-sized drink, without extra sides, you're going to look at a price point under $10. Now, you got to think, with hyperinflation, if wood is as high as it is getting, you're going to be looking at a cheeseburger combination meal right now that's costing you $11 with tax once you get your fries and you get your combo size. $12.50 going to be $24, $36. But you know how I know this? Because I've been to Switzerland. I'm Primetime 99 Alex Stein. I've been all over. I mean, I'm the king of all conspiracy. A man like me has seen it all. I mean, seen most of it. Seen enough, I'll tell you that much. When you go to Switzerland, you go to McDonald's, it's much nicer. It's like not a fancy restaurant, but it's like a Chick-fil-A. Like every Chick-fil-A here in America, that's how a McDonald's is in Europe. It's class. The workers there have respect, self-dignity. They're not hawking loogies in the burgers. They're not, wiping their brows and then flipping burgers. They're not scratching their butt cheeks. They have health code and restrictions. And what I'm saying is, it's nicer style McDonald's if you're eating at one in Zurich, Switzerland. If you're in Interlaken, Switzerland. If you're in Denmark, okay? Let me tell you something. I'm not saying the McDonald's are going to get better in America. I'm saying they're going to get more expensive. And you go there, it's about a Big Mac meal at the McDonald's. I'll tell you this, forget the Big Mac meal, but I'll tell you what a Big Mac meal costs. It was roughly about $21 US. This is what was most shocking. A 20-piece McNuggets, which they didn't have. They didn't offer that. The biggest nugs when I was in Switzerland was a 6-piece McNug, was the biggest offering they had at the McDonald's. What I'm saying is, the 6-piece McNug offering, I'm a big hungry man. I wanted to get 4 6-pieces, right? You know what I mean? That's 24 nugs. I mean, I'm a pimp eating nugs and sauces. I think it was the equivalent of $38 is what I ended up spending. I mean, absolutely sickening, because you swipe your card and then you go on the app to check the conversion of what it charged you 2 days later, and you're sick. You went to McDonald's, and that's what's going to happen here in America, but it's going to be worse. Bacon, that goes on your bacon burger, bitch ass. You know you're getting bacon on shit. 11%. That's just the start. That's just the start. Just wait till your Whopper is $26. Your chicken tendies that you like, honey mustard, you think they're going to give away sauce for free? Sauce is going to be a commodity. People are going to be putting sauce in their car engines. It's going to be so rare. Yes, they're going to use it as lubrication, because what's going to happen is a barrel of money is only going to be worth a freaking cup of coffee. Now, I don't know if it's going to get that bad, but I have to say, now that I am on Rokfin, and now that Rokfin does pay with a crypto coin, I am now the king of Bitcoin. That's right, Primetime 99, Alex said. Now I know I'm entry level right now. I'll admit that, and I know Jaron and a lot of people have much bigger holdings than me. But see, this is what I'm holding the most right here, mentally between my ears. I'm basically invented Bitcoin, reverse engineering it from the start. I'm starting late to give everybody else that's in Bitcoin a head start, because when I take it over, people will say you cheated. I'll say, no, I didn't cheat. No, I didn't cheat, because I let all these other guys get a head start. And then you'll say, oh my gosh, Alex, it's very chivalrous of you. And I'm going to say, yes, it is. I'm the Bitcoin bandit. I came in late. I came in great. That's how I come in. Some of y'all come in soft. I come in hard. Hard in the paint like Carmelo Anthony. I get the dribble, and off the dribble, it's one step jump. My hand is inside the rim. You wouldn't know what it's like to get inside the rim like that. I play above the rim, mentally, physically, metaphorically, spiritually, emotionally, 24/7. I play above the rim. I had a shirt I wore for 6 years, said above the rim. A kid doesn't wear that same shirt to school that many days in a row if you don't actually live above the rim. Okay? Let me find the shirt I wore. I bet I can find it online. Let's see. Let me see. Above the rim t-shirt. Let's see if I can find it. I'm sure it's a famous shirt, you know. Yeah, I mean, there it is. There it is. I wore that shirt every day. Reebok. Above the rim. That's me, dog. Metaphorically. Now ask yourself, are you above the rim? Spiritually, mentally, emotional? Are you under the rim? Are you little, I'm under the rim? No, you got to be like Dikembe Mutombo, Sean Kemp, Dennis Rodman, grabbing rebounds, going hard in the paint. You don't go in the paint, oh, let me just go hard. No, that is a metaphor for life. You go hard in the paint and you play above the rim. You don't have to be the most talented person in the world to give the most effort. Okay, so ask yourself, oh, my situation's bad. My car broke down. I'm broke. Are you giving your maximum amount of effort? And if you're not, then why do you expect maximum type results? Why do you expect any sort of positive results? If you're not giving 110%, my guy, 110, I come on this show, I give you 110% of the Primetime 99. That's how much I give you, because that's how much I owe you, because I love you. But guess what? You owe yourself 110%, my guy. And if you're not playing above the rim, you're never going to get there, because to go above the rim, that's 110%. That's not 100% at the rim. If you're not willing to go 100% for your own bitch ass, then what can I do for you? Jack squat is what I can do for you. But guess what I can do for you? I can wake your ass up before it's too late. Metaphorically, I can get you playing above the rim, physically, spiritually, metaphorically, emotionally, linguistically. You can speak like me. You can talk like me. You can be a pimp like me. We can all be like primetime 99 Alex Stein, but you got to want to be. And I'm not a role model. You don't need to be like me. Don't be like me is what I'm saying. But you got to be, maybe we just take a little bit of, a few of my arrows from my quiver that will help you hunt, metaphorically hunt through life, get through levels. Because that's one thing, guys. I'm not a poet. I don't know it all. But I know there are levels to this thing, and there are levels to life, and that if you're not ascending, you're descending. If you're not grinding, you're dying. If you're not living, you're dying, all right? And motion is lotion. We got to keep moving and grooving. And that's why you're like, oh, Alex, I can't play basketball on my knees. Dog, it's not about going to the YMCA and dunking on fools. Now, that's what I do. Even though I can't really dunk anymore for different reasons, spiritual reasons, because I don't want to hurt their emotions, kind of like the Bitcoin thing. I don't really like to make people feel bad, when I just shine around them. I try to unshine myself. It's really kind of the way I survive, by unshining, because my shine's so bright. But I don't really want to get into the shininess of my lifestyle. What I'm saying is, I'm in there dunking on fools, metaphorically. Y'all got to be dunking on fools, metaphorically. And if y'all can't understand that, then you might not understand the show. But let me tell you something. This show is a conundrum. Even I will say that. Because why? Because the world is a conundrum. You ask yourself, why? Why me? Why do I have this problem? Why is mine going wrong? Well, guess what, Jack? Your life's not that bad. Okay? Oh, my credit score is bad. Nobody gives a shit about your credit score. Okay, bro? Life is okay. That is the fake matrix trying to bring you down. Now, I'm not saying go fuck up your credit. Excuse my French. Just saying, some of the fake latitude and longitude lines of society, of political correctness, of competing with one another, it can put you in a negative state emotionally. And that's what we got to fight. We got to fight and get out of that negative state. And that's why I'm about to show you an article that, this is my girl. If this doesn't get you out of that negative state, that negative vibrational energy state, I don't know what will, okay? Look at this. My girl, Amy Roloff. If y'all didn't watch Little People, Big World, let me show y'all something. Little People, Big World. This is one of the best shows ever. Eric the Actor, the guy. I was going to actually do an Eric the Actor stream. And all about this family. I mean, not about them, all about Eric. And Eric loved this family. That's why it was always funny to me. But let me show you. Oh, these are like new. I don't want to get a copyright strike from them, but let's just read the article. You guys need to look up these people. Ooh, Bentley. Y'all notice I get Bentley ads? Because I'm a Bentley pimp. Little People, Big Splash. Bride-to-be Amy Roloff enjoys bachelorette party at Palm Springs Desert Resort and Spa with her girlfriends. Amy Roloff was seen enjoying a 4-day bachelorette party in the Palm Springs Desert with two of her closest friends before she's set to walk down the aisle. The Little People, Big World star is engaged to her realtor fiancé, Chris Merrick. Amy, along with pals Lisa and Debbie, checked into the posh Santa Ynez Hacienda that costs over $600 per night. DailyMail.com spotted the trio at the pool and enjoying dinners and spa days. According to an onlooker, Amy and her friends made the most of their time at the resort, lounging at the pool and drinking cocktails. Amy used the pool every day, swimming laps and doing water aerobic moves to get in some exercise, the onlooker said. The festivities led up to the Roloff matriarch's big day that is reportedly at the end of October. Wow, my girl Amy. Wow, look at that. See, y'all don't know about Amy Roloff. This is one of the most beautiful women that has ever existed. I'm so jealous that she's getting married. Look at my girl, Amy. Damn. Amy's got it going on. Look at her relaxing. Good for you, girl. Good for you, hon. I love when Amy's chill like this. I love Amy Roloff. Oh my gosh, look at those. Birkenstock-inspired sandals. Water. Staying hydrated. You know that as a little person, they need more hydration. Their system works a little different than ours. So Amy talks about that on the show. She talks about a lot of her health things. So she's very open. I really encourage people to watch that show. Oh my gosh, Amy's always reading. Look at her reading, learning. She's always learning. She's one of the best people I know. Amy Roloff. Amy Roloff. Wow, cheers. Cheers. I love Amy. She's a 4 foot. That's right. On their first night, the 4'2" Dynamo and her friends enjoyed margaritas at the La Quinta's Adobe restaurant and lounged at the pool throughout the trip. He looks like a nice guy. Let's see her video.
HelloFresh is...
Let's see how they're doing. How are you doing, Amy? Wow, they're lounging. Look at them lounging. Wow, that's awesome journalism right there. Yes, they have a dwarf from a TLC show. I love Amy Roloff. That's awesome. I think that is the proper term that they use. Okay, this is so annoying. Let me show you this guy, Kumail. All right. This guy's the most annoying guy ever. Any social justice warrior, but not even that. That's not even what... he's annoying other than that. He's annoying because it's cool to get ripped. Let me show you. Where was it? I just had the article and then I clicked the wrong one because it always refreshes to something different, so it makes you click some article that you didn't mean to. This is the worst thing ever, website ever, Daily Mail, when it comes to user friendly. Yeah, see how it just readjusts? No. Well, maybe I won't find it. All right, Kumail. I could have sworn I saw you, Kumail Nunajani. All right, let's go. Let's go to this article. Ridiculous. Poor girl's life is metaphorically ruined. Florida teen faces 16 years in jail after being charged as an adult for hacking homecoming queen contest with her assistant principal mom and casting hundreds of fake votes to win. Emily Rose Grover was 17 when she was arrested in March, but has since turned 18 and has now been charged with felony hacking and fraud. She and her assistant principal mom, Laura Rose Carroll, are accused of hacking other students' school accounts to send fake votes for her to win. They face being jailed until 2037 if convicted. Carroll, 50, is an assistant principal at an elementary school at the same district as Tate High School, which Grover attended and could access its systems. Investigators found 117 votes emanating from the same IP address and 246 votes cast for homecoming court from Carroll's personal devices in Pensacola. Students have said Grover has spoken for years about using her mother's system to access student records. Wow, and she bragged about it. Look, she knows she's guilty. A schoolgirl accused of winning her homecoming queen. What a joke. This girl did this to win a homecoming queen. Wow. Good for her. She deserved. She went all through all that. They should have let her have it. I'm serious. They should have just let her have it, okay? A schoolgirl is accused of winning her homecoming queen contest by hacking its voting system with her assistant principal mother, faces 16 years in jail after being charged as an adult. Emily Rose Grover was 17 when she was arrested in March, but turned 18 in April. She and her mom, Laura Rose Carroll, 50, have now been hit with a host of felony charges, it was announced Monday. Those charges include computer hacking and fraud. Could you see the pair? And could see the pair from Cantonment in Florida in prison until 2037 if they're convicted on all counts. This is not unusual with young people of that age, Assistant State Attorney John Mulkin told the Pensacola News Journal. Juvenile court cannot do anything or supervise them after they become 18, and it just makes better sense to move them into adult court where they can be supervised effectively. Wow. I mean, she looks nice there. She looks like although Grover has been charged an adult, she could still be handed a more lenient juvenile sentence. I mean, I guess this is her homecoming thing. I mean, it's not like, what I'm saying is, she looks like she could win homecoming queen. It's not like I don't think like she's performance enhancing, But nowadays, usually like the homecoming queen is usually somebody that's like disabled or something, which is cool. Grover is pictured after being crowned homecoming queen at Tate High School in Cantonment, Florida during fall 2020. Prosecutors say her win was fraudulent. Well, of course it was. So she knew that she cheated, and she was so happy she didn't care. This is her mom. Grover and her mother, Laura Rose Carroll, pictured right now, face 16 years in prison. Carroll worked at an elementary school in the same district as Tate High and could access its IT systems. Wow. That's the same girl? That doesn't even look like the same girl. Okay, well, that's kind of funny. Grover and Carroll faced multiple felony charges, such as offenses against users of computers, computer systems, computer networks, and electronic devices, unlawful use of a two-way communications device, criminal use of personally identifiable information, and conspiracy to commit those offenses. Carroll denied the allegations at a hearing in April with her daughter due to be arraigned on the same charges on May 14th. According to Florida officials, Carroll was an assistant principal at Bellevue Elementary School in the same county. She and Grover are said to have used the school's district's internal system to cast fraudulent votes for Grover so she would win the homecoming queen title at Tate High School. An investigator began in November when the Escambia County School District, this is some podunk place in Florida. An investigation began in November when the Escambia County District reported unauthorized access into hundreds of students' accounts, according to Florida Department of Law Enforcement. At around the same time, the district student council coordinator was notified that Grover had allegedly bragged about using her mom's account to cast votes, according to the News Journal. The investigators discovered that in October, hundreds of votes for the school's homecoming court were flagged as fraudulent, according to a news release. There were 117 votes for Grover to win, sent from the same IP address within a short period of time, the investigation found. This is funny. That's when investigators found evidence of unauthorized access to the system linked to Carol's cell phone and computers at her home, and there were 246 votes cast for homecoming court from those devices, all for Carol's daughter. Okay, let's see. Look at this.
Are you so ready?
Yes, I am ready.
We move on now to the Florida mother-daughter duo, Laura Rose Carroll and Emily Rose Grover, who were arrested, and they stand accused of rigging a high school homecoming court election so Emily could be crowned the queen. DailyMail.com's female editor Charlie Langston is joining us now from our newsroom in New York with more on this wild story. And Charlie, they say that you should do anything for your kids, but it seems like this might be pushing it a bit too far. How did they actually get caught?
Well, Thomas, the authorities have been on to Laura Rose Carroll and Emily Rose Grover since November, when the Escambia School District launched an investigation after it was reported that multiple student accounts had been accessed without authorization and more than 100 homecoming votes.
Look at this high school.
From the same
Home of the Aggies. Oh, you can't see it, but look at this. Home of the Aggies. Like, look at that crappy school.
The district as an elementary school vice principal, and she is said to have accessed these counts using her credentials in order to cast homecoming votes for Grover, who went on to win the title of homecoming queen as they had planned. Ariana Wyatt, who was a friend of Grover's and also a homecoming queen runner-up, spoke to GMA exclusively about the incident.
The other girls that could have been one of the runner-ups, I feel bad for them because that was an opportunity that they lost.
The mother and daughter duo have been arrested and charged with multiple felonies.
I would have voted for her, probably the blonde. I would have voted for this girl.
That could have been one of the runner-ups, I feel bad for them because that was an opportunity that they lost.
The mother and daughter duo have been arrested and charged with multiple felonies. And Thomas, I'm guessing that Grover also lost her homecoming crown because she's since been expelled from the school.
Wow.
Meanwhile, the Florida School District, where Laura Carroll worked, said that following her arrest, she's been suspended from her job. So, Charlie, keep us posted as you learn more.
Wow, her mom lost her job, too. What a bummer. Wow, what a weird world we live in where people are cheating to win the homecoming contest. But there was a case in Texas, like when I was in high school, where a woman murdered another high school cheerleading captain because her daughter didn't make the team and this other girl did, and they were so mad the mother murdered the girl. Yeah, it was really weird. Okay, look at this. Oh, I don't want to see these articles. I don't even want to read those. We can get into that when we get on to Rokfin. The Obama's party with Steven Spielberg, Bruce Springsteen. We'll talk about this article when we move on over to Rokfin here in about 20 minutes. And that's what I'm saying. If you guys want to see the show, we're going to go into Bill Gates. We're going to go into a lot of stuff. Look at this. This is so random. Kim Kardashian denies that she tried to import. I'll just read this part of it. We don't need to get to the whole article. Kim Kardashian denies that she tried to import stolen ancient Roman sculpture known as Fragment of Myron's Athena after customs seized $750,000 shipment in her name. Okay, Kim Kardashian has been ordered by a court in Los Angeles to hand over an ancient Roman sculpture which officials say was looted, smuggled, and illegally exported from Italy. The piece was seized in 2016 on arrival in California, and experts have concluded that it did not have the correct registration to be legitimately sold from Italy. Antique dealers in Europe, however, insisted it was bought and sold legitimately and say there must have been a mix-up on the paperwork. Kardashian told DailyMail.com she had no idea the sculpture had been bought in her name, and she hopes it is returned to its rightful owner. Oh, I'm sure. But see, the reason why they want these sculptures is they believe it has some sort of like occultic spiritual powers because it's so ancient. That's why it was around during the ancient times, during ancient technology. I mean, that's why she wants it. I mean, a lot of people want stuff that's old, and she's not unique in that. Okay, let's go. There's so many. There's just Conan O'Brien's done. This is big news. It's a late night show for me. I grew up watching Conan O'Brien. He's done on TBS. He's going to HBO Max. So we got to cover this real quick. Conan O'Brien will end his late night TBS show after 11 years next month and make the switch to HBO Max. Wow, these 11 years flew by. What's up, Cody? I see you in the chat. Hey, Cody. I want to say hey to the people in Rokfin. If you guys want to check out the Rokfin link here. Oh, shoot. Let me put it in the chat. Come say hi to the Rokfin. All right. You guys can click on that if you guys want. Yeah, Conan is around. He's on TBS, but now he's not on TBS anymore. So the reason why is they're saying that podcasts are just killing late night TV, and I believe that. Late night TV is like officially dead. Conan O'Brien will end his late night TBS show after 11 years next month and make the switch to HBO Max. Conan O'Brien announced the impending final episode of the TBS show Conan. The comedian host 58 made the announcement at the top of his show. During the final weeks, there will be special guests and an hour-long finale. Well, isn't his show already an hour long? But he began his late night career in 1993 when he hosted Late Night with Conan O'Brien on NBC, which ran for almost 20 years. That was for you guys out there. In 2009, Conan was brought in to replace Jay Leno on The Tonight Show. That stint, however, only lasted about 7 months due to low ratings. In November 2010, he debuted his late-night TBS show, simply called Conan. The program followed an hour-long format until 2018 when it transitioned to a 30-minute duration. Oh, wow. I didn't realize the last 2 years it's only been a 30-minute show. Wow. Conan, I mean, come on. We do 2 hours here almost every night. I mean, that's ridiculous. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So did he start, James? That's what I'm saying. Did he start his own podcast? I didn't see that. Hey, James, I see you in the chat. That makes sense because he knows you don't need a network. That's what's so awesome about Rokfin. That's what's so awesome about me as a broadcaster. I'm Primetime 99 Alex Stein doing the Conspiracy Castle, doing my late night show. Nobody can tell me no. Now, I do have to cuck and follow the rules of YouTube, but that's just because I want to keep my channel there. But other than that, I have freedom to do whatever I want, basically. Talk about, come up with ideas, and it's all mine. It's on me, and that's what's so beautiful about this technology, and I'm just so grateful to have, is that, like, I know I'm not the same as Conan O'Brien, but I'm kind of like him. I have a talk show, late night talk show, and he's doing the same thing. He's going out on his own, similar to me. So, it's feast or famine. It's dog eat dog. I'm in the same water swimming with Conan O'Brien. That's how I honestly feel. And Primetime 99 Alex Stein, I don't want to talk to myself in the third person like a total douche, because we're gonna grow this thing. They're gonna make the Conspiracy Castle and this show a successful show, and we're gonna break the zeitgeist and the collective consciousness of society, and we're gonna have an effect on it, like Alex Jones did, or like anybody else that's been a truth seeker or a truth teller. I'm going to have an effect on the collective consciousness because I have an energy level that cannot be stopped. I have a passion that cannot be stopped, and just the idea that I'm broadcasting right now to almost 200 people total. We're at 200. We're at over 200 with the 20 people that are watching on Rokfin. 111 here. We got 41 on D Live. We're crushing it, and that's not including Facebook or Twitter. So, and on the other YouTube channel. So, what I'm saying is, it's just we can go out there and we can create our own manifest destiny, right? And we can all get in the water and go for a swim. Now, I have not as big a reach or respect or cachet as Conan O'Brien, so it's not like I'm gonna beat Conan, but I'm gonna beat Conan because I'm primetime 99 Alex Stein. So you're like, oh, you're talking all big. I really do believe that this show is gonna be, once we get the spotlight on the castle, I just got to get. I know Alex Jones is controlled, even though I don't know how controlled. Controlled a little bit for sure because there's certain things he doesn't talk about, but he taught me a lot of stuff, Obama deception and stuff. So I will always be. I don't have pants on. I got my. See, I got calf life. Calf life. Now I started saying calf life. I forgot what I was talking about. Talking about Alex Jones. But just say it. We're gonna compete with him. We're gonna compete with everybody, dude. We're gonna freaking compete with them all. That's what I'm telling you, dude. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's gonna stop us. Nobody's gonna stop the grind. Nobody's gonna stop the shine. They just can't, because I'm on a mission from God and I have energy levels that cannot be beat. You know that. I know that. All right, this is a funny story. This is a good vibrational energy story. Well, actually, it's kind of a bad vibrational story because this girl, he ended up leaving. So look at this. Adam Sandler takes to Twitter to set records straight over that TikTok video of waitress turning him away from busy IHOP. Adam Sandler is poking fun at himself after a TikTok video of him getting turned away from a busy IHOP went viral last week. Okay, watch this video. It's funny. This is funny.
From the company you have come to trust for heart health support, now comes a super brain form.
Oh. Not realizing it's Adam Sandler and telling him it's a 30-minute wait, and him, of course, leaving because he's not going to wait 30 minutes for IHOP. That's him leaving.
I didn't think it was going to go viral.
The viewers support her. That's funny. It went viral. There's Adam. Tell you can't. Sorry, it's a 30-minute wait.
I didn't think it was going to go viral.
Isn't that funny? That's funny. And so Adam Sandler's response was that they didn't have all-you-can-eat milkshake. Yeah,
From the company you have come to trust for heart
How
health
many
support,
ads are in
now
this?
comes a super brain formula.
All right, we turn now to Adam Sandler, who was
Ooh.
turned away from a packed IHOP restaurant here in New York City after the hostess failed to recognize him because of the mask being on. Well, this whole incident was posted to TikTok and has now gone viral. We're checking now with senior reporter Alicia Quarles, who is with me now from New York with more on this one. And Alicia, no celebrity treatment for Adam here, but just when did the hostess realize, well, wait a minute, that's Adam Sandler?
All right, Thomas, let me start by giving her a break. It is difficult to recognize anybody's faces under those masks. Now, on the flip side, Adam is very recognizable in this video. So IHOP server Diana Rodas went viral after telling a story about how she told Adam and his daughter they'd have to wait 30 minutes for a table. Now, clearly they didn't want pancakes that bad because they left the restaurant. Now, Diana's being applauded on social media for not letting a celebrity, get in ahead of everyone. And Adam's also being applauded for not using his celebrity to jump the line.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing, right? That she didn't recognize him. That means that he was, his anonymity was protected. But apparently it's par for the course for Adam Sandler. One server who has experience with him said, quote,
Sorry, I'm
"Never
typing a
served
tweet."
nicer person. We have heard great stories about Adam in the past, but you can go out for pancakes and you end up going viral. A day in the life, I guess, of a big celebrity like that. Alicia Quarles, thank you, Alicia. Appreciate it.
Can you guess which one of these foods is killing?
Sam Tripoli tweeted from Cash Daddies. We just had a video. It looks like we just had a video. Somebody edited a video, awesome video of Sam and I. Let me show it. Let me just show it. Hold on. Duh. Let me show it. Okay. Notifications. Let's see it.
Acting up? Right? What's the cat? Cat acting up?
Go crazy. Sorry, let me grab him. Shut up. Hold him. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
I have another show. It's called Cash Daddies, right? And one of the guys on there is a big time cat owner. And
I'm a huge. I'm even bigger than dude. I got 4. I'm a cat daddy that's always on my show. This is Sky Bear.
Oh my.
Look, he's a service animal. I can even bring him anywhere I go. He's got papers. He's a fucking cat, Sam, with fucking papers. It's like Walter Solchek and The Big Lebowski. So I can take this fucking cat anywhere.
Dude.
He's a fucking cat with fucking papers, but yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta hold him.
dude, that's some real shit right there, brother. So dude, I saw a woman. She brought a horse on the plane. That was her fucking therapy animal. I was like, literally, dude, it was like the biggest dog I've ever seen. I'm like, how do you bring that? Like, how unself-aware are you that you bring like a Great Dane on the fucking plane? It's like,
I think it's the opposite. I think you're so self-aware you want the attention, Sam. You're so attention-starved. That's why you bring the fucking thing on there so everybody looks at you. There's no way you don't do that unless you like are not getting fucked at home or you know what I mean. Something's going on.
All right, well, that's funny. That's the clip from Sam Tripoli and I's show. If you guys want to see that, and Cash Daddy's Pod retweeted it. I got to come on Cash Daddy's Pod now that I'm the freaking Bitcoin master, primetime 99 Alex Stein. I have to. I gotta freaking get on Cash Daddies, and we're on Rokfin. If you guys want to do $5, somebody sent $5. Who sent $5 on Rokfin? Who sent that? Does it say? Where does it say? How do I see my tips? Where does it say? This is my first time using Rokfin. So somebody in the chat. Who in the chat donated? I'm trying to see. It doesn't tell me who did. Oh, Mindflux. Yes. Thank you, Mindflux. I really appreciate that. We got our first tip on Rokfin. Look at this. You guys see this? Mindflux right here. Wow, this guy's awesome. Thank you, Mindflux. That is sweet. Okay, let me get you back up here. It's awesome to get recognized by Sam. Okay, let's check out a few more Daily Mail. You know, we got to get into the news before we can really break it down. We got to kind of do some of the fluff news. You know, we always have to. What I'm saying is we got to plug in and out of the matrix. People want to come on these, conspiracy shows. Is we can't. We can all go off the grid, and we all should. I'm not saying we should live in a city, but we all don't have to become recluses that don't have any idea what's going on or no connection with the people that are asleep. Because if we don't stay connected to the people that are asleep, to the other sheep, we can never help them wake up, dude. So we don't want to just alienate ourselves. I know people are like, oh, well, I'll just turn my back on people. Well, I don't really want to turn my back. I actually want to help people kind of realize the hypocrisy that they were living under and see if I can help them notice some of the fundamental lies that they tell us is true or absolutely false. So, I get it. Okay, why the Chinese diaspora support Proud Boys? What? That's weird. Almost 90% of the 106K raised for far-right group last year is from expats from China who fear BLM and Antifa are plotting against the takeover of America. Okay, that's so stupid. I mean, that just shows you if it's paid for by China that they just want to cause strife in America. I mean, that's about as obvious as it gets. Nearly half of older millennials have at least one chronic health condition, such as depression, high blood pressure, or asthma, by the time they turn 40. Wow. Oh, this is I packed it. I missed it. It's the top article. Inflation's right here. It's one of the top ones. I mean, I like this. Lab-made diamonds are forever. World's biggest jewelry brand, Pandora, will no longer sell mined diamonds and vows to transform the market with eco-friendly alternative at a third of the price. Supposedly, there's so many diamonds that they have just tons and tons and tons of. There's a surplus of diamonds, and that its value is just false. We just give it a false value. And like De Beers created the engagement ring as a marketing ploy in order to sell rings. Like I believe in like the 40s or 50s after the Great Depression. So. Come on. You don't need to spend 2 months on a diamond ring, but I'm not saying you don't want to get the wife wants it, though. Oh, another $5. Dark Water. James Little, thank you. You'll be bigger than Alex Jones, or I'm going to be super pissed. Thank you, James Little. Thanks for the late streams. Yes, thank you, James. I really appreciate the tips. Dark Water, we're already made $10 on Rokfin. Let's go, baby. Okay, revealed. States that voted for Biden lost jobs at more than double the rate of Republican ones during pandemic. Okay, wow. I don't want to get into anything of that because that's just, if you say anything about that, you can get a strike or something. I don't even want to talk about Biden. Trump launches new website called From the Desk of Donald J. Trump, which lets followers share his posts to Twitter and Facebook. So it's like a fake Twitter, but if you like it and tweet or Facebook it while you're logged in, I guess it automatically shares it to your Facebook, and it looks like, it's from his account. So I guess that's good. $12. Thank you. We're crushing it. Okay, they were crushing it. This is a free show on Rokfin, but I'm going to be doing a premium show on Saturday nights. Donald Trump launched a new communications platform on Tuesday called From the Desk of Donald J. Trump, which gets around his social media bans by allowing supporters to share his statements on Twitter and Facebook. The former president unveiled a website where only he can upload content and doesn't let users interact, as he teases supporters will be very, very happy when they hear his decision about running for the White House again. I mean, of course, guys, this is typical Donald Trump fashion. This shows you why Donald Trump sucks. He makes a social media just for himself. I mean, that sounds about right. That sounds about as inclusive as Donald Trump is. And I liked Donald Trump at one point. I mean, I don't hate him. I don't think he should run again. I hope he does not run again. I hope he does not run for president. They need to put Ron DeSantis, somebody, not Donald Trump. I mean, it doesn't matter. Any politician is going to be crooked like a dog's hind leg. I'm just saying, with Trump, come on, man. Come on, man. Wow, $22. So we crushing it. Who else donated? Oh, thank you, Mama Bear 99. Thank you. Okay, let me show you. What I'm just saying is I love Trump, but at the same time, Trump's got to, I don't know. He's not our savior. That's the problem, is he better than Biden? Sure, but is he our savior? No. He shut the world down, and he went along with the charade. So, okay. Midwives reveal the worst behavior they've seen from dads in the delivery room, from aimlessly scrolling through their phones to missing the birth to validate the parking ticket. Now, I have to bring up Jaron. I have to point out Jaron. He's going to get mad because Jaron actually had a stressful midwife home birth where he actually ended up having to go to the hospital. But he was stressed about, what they make you do, mandatory stuff at the hospital. And so he supposedly got mad and punched the wall, is what Jaron told me. So I bet those midwives tell that story, Jaron. We don't need to dive deep, and I'm not trying to air your dirty laundry, but that's a funny story. It's a funny story now because nothing bad happened. That's why it's a funny story. It's not a funny story if something bad would have been terrible, but it's kind of unique that you had that, hiccup. Makes it more memorable. Now I remember it. Okay. Pregnant Malayan woman who was expecting 7 babies gives birth to 9 after medics missed 2 on the scans, and all 5 girls and 4 boys are doing fine. That shows you how good these doctors are. They missed 2 babies, 2 whole babies they couldn't figure out. How do you fit 9 babies inside of her? That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. Wow. How can she fit all those babies inside of her body? Give me a break. I've never seen anything like that. That's like the quintuplets mom, octo mom. She had 10, or did she have 8? I don't know, but all I know is this, okay? I do know that freaking Donald J. Trump is not a good person. Girl in the bunker kidnapper 51 is found dead in a cell 15 years into his 421-year sentence for torturing and raping a 14-year-old in explosive-laden underground lair. Wow. This is intense. Derek Chauvin's lawyer files motion asking for new trial, citing jury misconduct. The day after it emerged, a juror lied about being at a BLM protest. Derek Chauvin's attorney has filed a motion for a new trial on multiple grounds, claiming jury misconduct just 2 weeks after he was found guilty of murdering George Floyd. Attorney Eric Nelson wrote that an abuse of discretion deprived Chauvin of a fair trial in the motion filed in Hennepin County District Court in Minnesota. The court abused its discretion when it denied the defendant's motion for a change of venue. In violation of his constitutional rights to a due process and a fair trial, Nelson wrote. The filing also comes after the revelation of a photo showing a juror, Brandon Mitchell, at the March on Washington in August. Yeah, I'm sure he got a fair trial. I believe it to be the most fair trial ever. Yes. The George Floyd trial was very fair and 100% correct, and it always will be correct. Pregnant Malayan woman who's expecting... Oh, yeah, we already read that. Verano's founder, Elizabeth Holmes, 37, shows off her baby bump for the first time since her surprise pregnancy announcement as she arrives at California court ahead of her August trial. Now, this woman is so funny. She did a whole fake company, got billions of dollars in investing, saying that she had this technology to do instant blood tests. There's an HBO documentary about this woman, and she just lied. Let's see if it talks about her, the fraud she did. Silicon Valley startup once valued at $9 billion. It was once valued at $9 billion, and it was all a fraud. Now she's being sued for everything, and she doesn't have anything left, but it was just all a scam. She got all this money invested into it, and they weren't even their machine didn't even work. She said it worked, and it didn't. And they even went and put it, out in like CVS's and stores, I believe. And it really was. This is the machine, and so people relied on it for their blood testing, and it caused supposedly, Thoreno's groundbreaking invention, a machine Holmes claimed could perform hundreds of tests on a drop of blood taken from a pin-pricked finger, was exposed as a humiliating sham. So this is just a fake machine. So she just sold the idea of this machine, but she didn't freaking, she had no idea what this, whatchamacallit, she had no idea. She thought, I'm guessing is what her excuse was, oh, well, it didn't work at the time, but eventually it would have worked with a $9 billion investment, which is a lie. They said they had the technology and she didn't. And so now she's in court and she conveniently gets pregnant, but I'm actually happy she's pregnant. I hope she has a baby. Good for her. I wish I was that baby's daddy. We know Jangalang, Jangalang, Jangalang. You know Jangalang live. Wow. Secret Facebook document reveals the words that will get you banned as users reveal they've been suspended for as little as calling a friend crazy and sharing a Smithsonian story. Wow, I don't even want to share. We'll talk about this on Rokfin. We'll go back to this on Rokfin. And we got 25 people. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, speaking of that, okay, so I guess that's what we'll do. We're here at an hour for the Conspiracy Castle. So let me just say, let's just kind of sign off this show. Let me play a little music. Let me play something to get you guys going in the mood. Let's see. Yo, it's prime time. Number 99. On the mother trucking grind all the time. One more time for your ass. I'm prime time. I'm teaching class. This was a YouTube show. You are a bitch ass hoe. Now I must go to the Rokfin. Come see me sin. Come see me win. Let me begin. This is my start. I will be wild. Yes, I may fart. Prime time. Number 99. Always on the grind. Always gotta shine. Come and see the show. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a hoe. Rokfin, we're getting started. Gonna get freaky. Yes, I say I farted. Root toot toot. Tootie toot toot. Come on, gonna put on a big boot. Up yo stank. What can you do? Gonna rob you for the truth. I'm the proof. 99. Alright, I love each and every one of y'all. We'll be doing the after show on Rokfin. Peace, YouTube. Y'all been really real. Really, really real. Really, really real. Really, 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 really real. Peace. Bomb. Ba-da-da-da.